The Ravens winning sets us up so nice for the week. But the Bengals, Steelers, and Browns losing? Oh, that makes it that much better. And it improves the Baltimore Ravens' playoff hopes a lot. Let's get into it. So the Browns, they got beat up on by Drake May and them Patriots yesterday. The Bengals, they were beating up the Jets big time. But the Jets said, hold up there, buddy. We got to make a comeback. And then the Steelers, they were at their crib. They were at home in Pittsburgh. They say, oh, Jordan Love ain't about to do nothing to us. But Jordan Love and the Packers, they had other plans and they got the job done on Sunday Night Football. So the Baltimore Ravens watch all their other AFC North opponents fall. And let's see exactly what that did to the standings. This was from Jameson Hensley. He said, it could get interesting in the AFC North very quickly. Here are the current standings. The Steelers are 4-3. The Bengals are 3-5. The Ravens are 2-5. The Browns are 2-6. So it's like just when you think Baltimore Ravens, they were sitting at 1-2. Then 1-3, then 1-4, then 1-5, and a lot of people will say, this season's done, it's a wrap, go ahead and can it, we should go ahead and tank for a high pick. The Baltimore Ravens are not out of it. He also said, if the Baltimore Ravens come down here in Miami, we can't wait, babe, I can't wait to see everybody there. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun, man. But anyway, he said if the Baltimore Ravens come down here to Miami and beat the Dolphins on Thursday, Baltimore would close to within 1.5 games of the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are leading the AFC. You know how crazy that is? We were just 2 days ago, we were 1-5. We were 1-5. And now 2 days later, we 2-5. And if we take care of business in 3 days, actually, it's coming up pretty fast, my friends. But if we take care of business in 3 days, say we will be 1.5 games, within 1.5 games of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And our schedule, well, I can't say no schedule is easy. Well, except for the Buffalo Bills, that is. But our schedule gets more favorable coming up. But hold up, Jameson Hensley wasn't done because he said the Steelers, they play the Colts, who are 7-1. They play them this coming Sunday. So it's such a nice feeling when you help yourself out, because the Ravens, obviously, they are the reason that they're in this hole right now, that they still got to climb out of. It's still going to take a lot. But when you finally decide, you know what, we're going to take care of some business today, and you do that against the Chicago Bears, and everything else works in your favor, it's nice that you have this opportunity. Lamar Jackson is expected to come. We'll see what happens. He's expected to come back this Thursday. I guess they wanted to hold him out. They say, you know what? Let's just bring him back when Lamar's at Lamar's crib down in South Florida. So that should be fun. But we'll see. We'll see, because the Ravens said he's going to play last week. Well, they didn't say it, but you know how that went. That whole little fiasco. But this is a really nice situation to be. Well, it could have been better. For our record would have been a lot better. But the fact that the Baltimore Ravens, again, we had this conversation every year, but this year is a little different because it's a lot tougher. But they still do control their own destiny in a sense. But we'll see how things shake themselves out. Now, in some other news, I saw that a few days ago, Diana Rossini, she reported that the Baltimore Ravens were among some teams that were inquiring about cornerbacks. Sources said, now you have Nate Wiggins, you have Marlon Humphrey, you have Chidobe Awuzie. See, initially I wonder, like, is this just the Baltimore Ravens just putting something out there to just try to keep people off of their trail? Because as we know in the NFL, that does happen. But at the same time, when you think about the way that the Baltimore Ravens build their team, like a lot of people have commented this season, they do it from the outside in instead of the inside out, to where they have this vast secondary with all these cornerbacks, all these safeties. and then they worry about the trenches last. That takes sort of second or third fiddle to all the other stuff. So that does make it seem like this could be realistic. But I just wonder how true it is. And I guess we'll ultimately see after the Dolphins game what the Baltimore Ravens end up doing, because that's been another conversation amongst Ravens fans. Like, when will the Baltimore Ravens make whatever move that they're going to make? I say that, hey, they take care of business against the Dolphins, which I expect them to do. Hey, y'all better, like, Ravens, don't play with us. Do not play with us, man. But anyway, you take care of business against the Miami Dolphins. And then you have that 10-day break. You have that 10-day window, because Eric DeCosta, they ain't going to make no moves in these next 3 days, because you got 3 days to prepare for the Miami Dolphins, just to get all that taken care of. No, you ain't going to make no move right now. But then after the game, you have 10 days to where that gives you plenty of time to acquire somebody. That gives you plenty of time to bring them in, get them acclimated with the team, practice, and all that. That gives you that time to do that. So that's when I would expect the Baltimore Ravens to make whatever move or moves they are going to make. But as far as this report, it's just one of them things I have no clue. Now we hear my favorite part of the videos, where we get to feature your questions. Send an email to teamkeepitclean@gmail.com. Or if you want to show the channel a little extra support, you can become a patron by going to patreon.com/Ingravenvids. Let's get into it. First question came from my guy, Omar, who is a Team Keep It Clean patron. I appreciate you, my friend. He said, hey, Ingraven, hope all is well with you and the family. Oh, everything is great. Especially when it's the Ravens win. That's what makes everything that much greater. Anyway, he said, first thing, let's celebrate the win. Second, I want to say thank you to Team Keep It Clean for seeing things I was blind to. I didn't think Tyler Huntley was the answer for the Ravens offense with Lamar being out, but Team Keep It Clean kept insisting he was the guy. I agree. I was on the same boat. I was on the same boat. I thought Cooper Rush was an excellent signing, but yeah. People gladly pointed out from jump. Like, this wasn't a thing where people were like, oh man, well now I see why Cooper Rush ain't a good sign. There were so many people from jump when we first signed Cooper Rush that were like, no, what are we doing? Why would we bring him in? Why? So y'all was on it. Anyway, he said, in my mind, I just didn't see it, but I have no problem admitting I was wrong. I was so wrong that my daughter texted me as soon as the game was over just to let me know. Oh, yeah, that's why you love kids. We love our kids, because they will gladly remind us, like, hey, you were wrong. It said, the play that got me the most excited was Mike Green's sack on 3rd and goal during Chicago's opening drive. It might have been his only tackle, but it was a 4-point tackle. He was drafted to rush the passer and make splash plays, and if he can make one a game, I'll take that every time. Yeah, that was nice by Mike Green, and it was nice to finally see him make it to the quarterback. I don't know if they changed some things up. I don't know if he just ain't been winning. I don't know what it is, but it was nice to see it all come to fruition. He said, my question to you is, what stood out to you the most from the Ravens defense? Them only giving up 1 touchdown and them not giving up any passing touchdowns. Nate Wiggins really bouncing back. Early on in the game, he was getting beat by Rome Odunze. He's getting beat over and over and over and over and over in that first half, especially in that first quarter. But the way that he turned it around, ended up getting an interception and everything, it was a beautiful thing to see. But again, from the entire defense as a whole, just them not giving up any passing touchdowns and only 1 touchdown in 4 quarters, that's crazy, because we're not used to that. He said, as always, appreciate your insight, my brother. No, I appreciate you. Next question came from my guy 314KT, who's also a Team Keep It Clean patron. He said, what's up, Ingraven and Flock family? Man, this game is looking so beautiful, and I know my last message was everywhere, man. That was texting while frustrated, and you can tell during the game I'm texting this with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. The game is 30-16 with Huntley starting. Lamar has been happy, excited. Just Ravens look back to normal versus Cooper Rush, and we only made 13 points total in 2 games. And Lamar was frustrated and sitting down, rarely wanting to talk to anyone. I mean, we ain't see him like the whole 60 minutes of the game. We only seen little like clips here and there, little camera shots and angles here and there. So, I mean, we don't know. But anyway, he said, I also mentioned that Rush playing makes you want to be like that guy on SpongeBob that's always like, oh, brother, this guy stinks. And with Huntley playing, it's back to the Ravens' nature. The team scores 30 points in 1 game, and Henry and Flowers gets back to their game like, man, this is 25 pounds of weight off of our shoulder and 100 more to go. Next question came from my guy, George, and now he did send this at 10 a.m. on game day, so it was before. But he said, breaking my heart, it's over. Let's see what he had to say. Not a good morning, Ingraven, and this is a long one, and you are not going to like this one, but you have to hear me out first. Okay, let's see. I believe the Ravens window has closed, so looking to next year as a business and hard business decisions. We need 2 offensive linemen already, and Stanley is another year older and injured. Defensive line, Matabike career is probably over, and that is a lot of trench work that needs to be done. Roquan is older, Marlowe is older, so here we are. Right now, we hold, I believe, the number 6 pick in the draft with a lot of holes that need filled that only come with first and second round picks. Offense, we keep Linderbaum, Rosengarten, Keaton, Bate, and Likely. Defense, we keep Jones, Green, Robinson, Nate, Kyle, and Starks. There is no longer an easy fix to the depth of the issues with this team and organization. Deep breath now. Team and organization reset. With a top 10, maybe a top 5 pick in this year's draft and the draft capital and cap savings we can get for everyone and anyone not mentioned above. And I hate to say it, but yes, and Lamar. Get out of here. Get out of here, George. Oh, get out of here. I love you. You know I love you. You got to go, though. You got to leave. I got to kick you. You got to go, my friend. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, well, at least you did preface it. You say, you ain't going to like this one. Yeah, you knew. Oh, let's get back to this, though. Anyway, he said, the bounty of picks and cap savings from all of this will set us up for the next 10 years. Unfortunately, the NFL is a business first. Again, there's not an easy one-off fix to correct the depths of the issues with the Ravens. With the bounty of picks and cap space, we would need edge, left tackle, interior offense, and defensive line. This is where games are won and lost. And unfortunately, quarterback. All right, before we get into the next part of your question, because he did say, I love Lamar. You know, when people say, I love Lamar, that's when it's a little switch right there. But, the Baltimore Ravens. So you said you're willing to get rid of all these players and whatnot. Keep some, but get rid of all these players too. Lamar Jackson has been on his second contract since 2023, I believe. Before that, he was on his rookie deal. I didn't see, maybe you'll say it later, but it doesn't sound like it, but we'll see. But I didn't see you say you want to get rid of Eric DeCosta. I did not see you saying you wanted to get rid of John Harbaugh. I didn't see you say you wanted to get rid of Todd Monken, Zach Orr, any of the front office coaching staff. I've only seen you say you wanted to get rid of players. You said they need a reset. You talked about the cap space, and you talked about draft picks and draft capital. So my point in asking you about Lamar Jackson, he's only been on his second deal since 2023. Before then, he was on his rookie contract since 2018. 2018, it was his rookie year. Not that it doesn't count, but it doesn't count as well. Okay, he wasn't all invested in Lamar like that. 2019 was his first year starting from week 1. That's when you got to see, oh, this guy's really special. Okay, so I get him a pass that year. But 2020, 2021, 2022, are you telling me that you trust this team that had a lot of failures when it came to building this roster? They did have some successes in 2023. Good job. 2024, great job too. And then 2025, I thought it was a pretty good job overall. But you're telling me that this team, because you talked about cap space. That's what I'm getting. You talked about cap space, but when they had the most cap space, they weren't really investing like they should have been. With Lamar Jackson on a team, on a rookie deal, and you knowing how great of a talent he is. You knowing how great of a quarterback you know how great of a football player he is. 2019 showed you that. So after 2019, 2020, you should, all right, let's get on it. Let's go all in. Let's go crazy with it. All right, we got that guy. We got a unanimous MVP. That means literally everybody chose him as the most valuable player in the NFL. Everybody. It wasn't no split votes. No, everybody chose him. So you mean to tell me this front office, this coaching staff, you want to keep them, but you trust them to get rid of Lamar and get rid of some other players too, and you trust them to build this thing from the ground up again? But anyway, he said, I love Lamar and feel we have possibly wasted our window with him. His contract has to be redone again because 70 plus mil next year isn't going to work. It may be coincidence, but contract negotiations and mysterious injury news and designations are happening again. Last time it was his knee, this time it was his hamstring, and it seems there is a bunch more issues to come out that we do not know about yet. The business side is heartbreaking to me, and I don't want to see any of this happen, but from a business perspective, I believe it's time to file Chapter 11. Oh, that bankruptcy. He said, there is so much fault for these failures to be laid at so many people's feet. I'm heartbroken and sad, and I know this is going to be looked at by a lot of fans as crazy talk. But just what I'm seeing and feeling right now, wasted years. Now, I agree with you with the wasted years part for sure. Ravens came up short. They have failed just too many times. Too many times, especially when they got so close, too. 2019, yeah, failed. The other years they made the play, like 2020, they made the playoffs and got their playoff win, but still, 2023, 2024, just big time failures. But it sounds to me, obviously, I don't even sound to me by what you wrote, you would be choosing, again, John Harbaugh, Eric DeCosta, this coaching staff, over Lamar Jackson. And I respect everybody's opinion. You already know that. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. But again, let's see how the rest of the season goes. I will never agree with getting rid of Lamar Jackson. I think that would not be a good decision if the Baltimore Ravens ended up doing that. I do not think it would be wise of them. I do not think, because to get rid of the best player in the world. Anyway, he said, love what you do for us, Ingraven, and please try to enjoy your day. Again, he sent that before the Ravens game. So maybe he was thinking, these Ravens, they about to go out here and lose and stuff, and they didn't. But hey, regardless, if Ravens won or lost, we still going to enjoy our day. Whew, that was a question right there. Shout out to my guy George, though. Anyway, next question came from my guy Jason. He said, a real trade possibility. He said, good morning. I feel like all the Ravens Nation has officially taken a step back from the edge of the cliff. Now that we can look at the schedule and see hope if we just play football, there needs to be help with pass rushing. Who can we go get that could be had? I look at Chase Young, but I tell myself that dude has not done anything. Why on earth would he come to Baltimore and suddenly be a star? But maybe he could. Oof. Chase Young. Wow, I ain't heard that name in a little bit. Weren't the Ravens weren't they interested in him like a couple years ago? I think I forgot what happened with that. Anyway, he said maybe he could. Something needs to happen. This defense won't do anything against top teams with no consistent pass rush moving forward this season. I agree, but I think a Quentin Williams will be a lot better, an interior defensive lineman to help really push that pocket back, to help take up blocks, to help free up Travis Jones, and Travis Jones could help free him up. Just Travis Jones need a buddy again. He need a consistent buddy, somebody that's going to be like that next to him, so that'll help him, and that'll help him get paid too. Anyway, he said, side note, did Pat Ricard and Snoop just secure contracts for as long as Lamar is our QB? Oh, so Tyler Huntley getting that lifetime backup contract. He said, I'm really getting down on EDC and his evaluation of players to fit the Ravens. Cooper Rush, Ajabo, any Penn State player. The list is getting longer and longer. Oh, look at that. Good timing. Because that coincides with my guy George's question from right before this. When I talked about, you trust EDC in him from jump without no Lamar? Because again, that's another thing. And he just brought this to my mind. We see how Lamar, and I get it, if any team loses their star quarterback, not just their star team quarterback, but their star quarterback. If any team loses their star quarterback, yeah, they're going to look a lot worse. But with the Ravens, Lamar covers up so much. And it's like, whoa, how good is this team really? But anyway, he said, well, thanks for the Ravens therapy session once again. Keep up the great work. You really provide top-notch content for your fellow Ravens fans. You speak on the things we are all just thinking or saying amongst our people. Just thank you. I appreciate you, man. He said, have a great week, and let's get this win on Thursday and keep it rolling. Next question came from my guy, Matt, and he also said a perfect trade. Team Keep It Clean, hit me out. Now that we see Snoop is our only viable backup QB, he said Cooper Rush is a good backup. But not for, hold on, one second, Matt. I love you, Matt, but 1 second. Hey, I think the report we read earlier is that when we talked about how we were surprised that the Baltimore Ravens were looking for secondary help, in that same report from Diana Rossini, she said the Bills, Steelers, Ravens, Colts, Lions, and Rams were inquiring about corners. And it says that the Titans actually just traded their cornerback, Roger McCreary, to the Rams. So, hey, I guess that report is true. So, will the Ravens fall in line with that too? We'll see. All right, Matt, my apologies. That literally just came across my screen. So, I love you. We back to it. So, he said, now that we see Snoop is our only viable backup quarterback, Cooper Rush is a good backup, but not for our scheme. You're right. He said, the Titans could really use him. Oh, look at that. Just, okay, look at that. That's how things just be working out, man. Because I hadn't read the rest of his questions. I didn't even know I was going to talk about the Titans. But the trade that came up literally while I'm reading his question was a Titans trade. Titans and Rams trade. But anyway, he said, we should trade Cooper Rush, a 5th-round pick, or Jair Alexander for Kevin Zeitler. It's a no-brainer. Okay, no. The Jair Alexander, I would say no. Cooper Rush, that's fine. Cooper Rush for Kevin Zeitler, fine. Cooper Rush and a 5th-round pick for Kevin Zeitler, fine. Cooper Rush and a 4th-round pick for Kevin Zeitler, fine. But I think Titans, I think they would take Cooper Rush. Well, it's a backup quarterback, though. Ain't Kevin Zeitler starting for them? So you got to get him something. I know they're looking for draft pick, but you got to get him something. A little something. But, so Cooper Rush and 2 5th-round picks, 3 5th-round picks, whatever. I wouldn't mind them bringing Kevin Zeitler on at all. This next question came from my guy PK the day before the game. He said, Keaton Mitchell being underutilized. Well, he certainly was, my friend, and still is, as a matter of fact. He should be on the field more. Anyway, he said, what's up, Ingraven? Hope you're doing well. I've been watching Keaton Mitchell's highlights since 2023, and I've been impressed about what he brought to the field with nearly every carry he had. He was a great RB2 to back up Gus Edwards. When Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins were traded to L.A., did you think Keaton Mitchell should have been RB1 instead of signing Derrick Henry? Oh, well, they weren't traded to L.A. They went there in the offseason. But, no, I didn't have no problem with them getting Derrick Henry. It was a good move. With Keaton Mitchell, though, when the Baltimore Ravens initially tried to trade for Derrick Henry the year before, in 2023, because they got him in 2024, yeah. When they tried to trade for him in 2023, and it obviously fell through, Keaton Mitchell got to get a lot of reps and a lot of playing time, and he got to show, oh, this dude is something serious. But then, unfortunately, close to the end of the year, he got hurt, and that messed up his 2024 season. It just slowed him up for that and kept him out of that pretty much. But he's back now. So I don't think they should regret signing Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has been great. Derrick Henry is great. So he's still RB1, but Keaton Mitchell needs to be RB2 for sure. He needs to be moved up in the depth chart. He said, all love and no disrespect to Derrick Henry. Thanks. Oh, no, you good, man. Next question came from my guy, LaMonte. He said, what's up, team? But straight to the point here. When in NFL history has this ever happened? A star player goes limited to full. Then the day before the game, he gets ruled out of nowhere. When does an injury report change on a Saturday? And how is he not ready for the game against the Bears, but ready for the game against the Dolphins on Thursday? Do you believe something behind the scenes is going on? Oh, for sure. I don't know what it is, but there's just a weird vibe right there. Who knows? And maybe we'll all find out later on after the season is done. We back. Next question came from my guy Greg. He said, yo, what's going on, Ingraven? Hope you're doing well. But like I said, man, the script, LOL, the Bears came in hot and the Ravens cooled them down, even with Tyler Huntley. Now Lamar will be back on Thursday, and we're going to trash the Dolphins, who's also feeling good after a win against the Falcons. Steelers lost, Browns lost, Bengals lost, Ravens win. Great weekend, man. This is the start to us getting back on track. Yes, you are right. But he ain't done yet. He said, and did you see Keaton toting that rock? Oh, my goodness. What was we waiting for? I guess the Hobbs finally wants to win games now. The best players need to play. That right there. That's still an issue with Hobbs. I just really hope that his cockiness and arrogance do not get in the way of Keaton Mitchell seeing the field more. He said, on Thursday, I need to see us hang 40 on the Dolphins to really make me say we all the way back. Hope this is easier for you to read. I seen you having trouble reading my previous questions, so I spaced them out a bit. Oh, no, you're good, man. I appreciate that, though, man. He said, as always, peace and love to you and your family, and take care until next time. Appreciate you.